let's do the athlete of the week
Okay,
first.
so our Ole Penn Real Estate Athlete of the Week this week is Kohl Levao. Now, if you don't remember Kohl, he was an offensive lineman, defensive lineman for the Aberdeen Bobcats, and so excited to find out that this is going on with him because he was a stud for Aberdeen. Both him and his brother were, honestly. And so, Justin, you found this article randomly. How did you find this article?
I found it on Facebook. Actually, Mark Buckman posted it.
Oh, cool.
He was the Aberdeen boys basketball coach, and he was around and coaching when Kohl was in the program. The team of realtors at Ole Penn Real Estate wish you and your family good health during this stay home, stay safe time. Their team has health and safety measures in place to protect you and everyone involved in the process. If you're thinking about selling your home, now is a great time. There are more buyers than available homes. Many homes are still receiving multiple offers and are selling for above asking price. Ole Penn Real Estate will help you put the most money possible in your pocket in less time without the hassle. Visit sellmyharborhome.com to get your home market ready. The Ole Penn team is ready to work for you.
So this is a little article, and it's talking about the NFL draft prospects in the 2020 New Mexico Bowl. And so in the New Mexico Bowl was the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, a team that Justin is very familiar with because he grew up in Hawaii, and I actually followed them a decent amount as well because they used to be coached by June Jones, who famously, my dad, every time he saw him on TV, would go, "I sacked that guy in high school," back in Portland. So anyway, Kohl Levao plays offensive tackle for this Rainbow Warriors team, and if you saw him play in high school, you could see that he had an NFL body. Back then. I mean, this is a big, strong kid. And so he is number one on this list, like very top of the article when it's starting to talk about NFL prospects in this bowl. And it says that Levao is a great offensive lineman for Hawaii, and he has been for the last 3 seasons. He started his career at the JUCO level with City College of San Francisco before joining the Rainbow Warriors for the 2018 season. After suffering an injury in 2019 and missing a lot of games, Levao returned for a solid senior campaign. He is 6'6", 350 pounds. If that doesn't scream NFL offensive tackle, I don't know what does. He is a massive human. He's grown.
Yeah.
Since we've seen him in high school, I'm looking at this little picture of him. He is massive. He has tremendous size for an offensive tackle. To go along with his size, he has plenty of experience pass blocking over the last few years, as Hawaii, of course, likes to chuck the ball around the field. I actually didn't know if they had changed their system at all since Rolovich was there, but I'm assuming they're similar.
It's a little different, but similar as far as how much they pass.
So he has the chance to be selected in the 2021 NFL Draft. He's projected to go around the 6th round. And I would say somebody should take a flyer on this kid because he is massive and he is strong. And from what I remember of him, pretty quick as well. He's definitely not one of those big statue type guys. So, I mean, just really cool to see him recognized like this and to hear that he had a really good senior season for Hawaii too. Big time Division I college. And I mean, just like some of the other kids that we've decided to follow a little bit, so excited that Kohl is having success at the next level.
And Kohl has an older brother too named Caleb, who also played college football. He played at Eastern. He played a combination of defensive and offensive line. I guess he switched to offensive line towards the end.
Wow.
And I think I looked up his size earlier, and he was like 6'3", 310. So you wouldn't think of a lot of 6'3", 310 guys as being smaller.
No.
But he's considerably smaller than Kohl. But yeah, I think just there's tons of big guys out there, but you can't play at a big college level or an NFL level if you're just a big guy. There has to be a tremendous amount of athleticism that goes along with it just in order to be able to keep up with the defensive linemen in those games. So, you know, that 6'6", 350-pound frame, I bet if any of us saw firsthand in person up close how quickly he can move and how athletic and explosive he is, we'd be pretty amazed.
It'd blow me away. It would be one of those situations every now and then I'm watching the NFL or college football and I see someone that size move.
Yeah.
And I just go, ah!
Yes.
Humans that big aren't supposed to move that fast.
Right.
Kohl Levao, I'm so excited for you. Totally honest. I remember watching you in high school and thinking that you were somebody who could play at the next level along with your brother. And I'm just so excited that that dream has come true for you and that this is something that seems to be progressing even to a chance at the next level at the NFL. I couldn't be more excited for him.
Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye out on the NFL draft, eagerly awaiting when his name is called for sure. And then we'll follow him closely, just like we do with all other Grays Harbor athletes. So for those of you who are listening, if you know of Grays Harbor athletes that we don't know about that are achieving at the next level, please let us know. We love to hear from you. But we will do our best to keep everybody up to date on what's going on in Kohl's football career.
Moving on to another local athlete playing at the Division I level, our kind of weekly, almost weekly, Joel Dublanko update as he played in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So they end up losing this bowl 24-21. Last second 53-yard field goal. Absolute heartbreaker to Georgia. I feel like Cincinnati outplayed them all game and then ended up losing heartbreaking fashion on a last second field goal. Then they get a safety just to kind of rub it in on the last play of the game. So that was a heartbreaking game, especially for us who've been following Cincinnati all year because Joel is on that team. And Joel, again, played a heck of a game. He only had 3 tackles compared to some of it. I mean, I say only because a lot of times this year we've been saying 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tackles for Joel this year, but he ends up with 3 tackles, but in those 3 tackles he had a sack, a tackle for loss, as well as a forced fumble, and it's not on here, but I know that he also crunched the quarterback on one that was a reception as well, but it doesn't look like they keep track of quarterback hits. In college football as well, but I know that he absolutely...
I know the one you're talking about because it was like in the last couple minutes of the game and it was a 3rd down play and he came screaming up the middle and had the quarterback in his grasp and forced him to throw it early and they didn't get the first down. That was one of the huge plays that Joel made in crunch time in that game.
Exactly. So Joel played just a crazy good game in this one as well. And, you know, really tough that they couldn't get the win. But I gotta say, it's really cool to see how they talk about him during these games. I mean, just talking about him destroying people on the field like he did with the sack that he had and with that huge hit that he had on the quarterback on that short completion. And just another really good game from Joel Dublanko.
Yeah, and I mean, if you missed it, the sack fumble that he had, he put a hit on the quarterback from behind that after he did it, the analyst, the color commentator, when they were showing the replay, he just kept saying over and over again, man, that was a heck of a hit. Man, that quarterback got crunched. He must have said it like 5 times. Like that was a red zone play. They were down near the end zone. I don't know what was going on downfield, if there was an open receiver or what, but he forced them, because it was a fumble that went out of bounds, it forced them back like 10 yards. It was just a really crucial play and a key point of the game.
That's awesome. Well, if you could hear Andrew yawning in the background, that means that it's time to move on. But again, thank you so much to our sponsors, Ole Penn Real Estate, for your sponsorship of the Athlete of the Week, which this week is Kohl Levao. Also, we give you a Joel Dublanko update as he plays for the University of Cincinnati.